My first question is not to get too personal about like your relationships, like
let's take it there. Let's go.
Personal, romantically, but you talk a lot about like the love that you've found for yourself and the boundaries that you've set and the things that you had to go through, the being alone and the solitude and everything. And sometimes it's difficult for people who are in relationships to go through that without feeling like they've got to leave a partner, or for me personally, going from that into finding a partner, because your threshold is so it's got to be right. We don't have to specifically talk about like romantically, but platonically as well. But how do you go from hell to now creating, to now finding community, to now incorporating all the love that you have within you to give to somebody else and to receive from somebody else?
Well, that is like, that's big. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Like, that's what I want to find my community. I want to find my person. Like, that's just like, but it's also really cool to be at this point now, having filled myself up so much. Like, I just feel like I have so much to pour at this point, into my future husband, like my partner, like my person. So it's not even something at this point. I'll say this also. That 2-year like sabbatical thing, I didn't date. I totally took myself off the market. I was not dating. Like probably almost 3 years, to be honest. Totally. I mean, I maybe went on a date that my aunt tried to like, I know this dude that I just was not feeling, and I just went for her, and but just completely. So the thing about it now is it feels like I've been single for so long that it's like who? What?
Like what are you talking to me for? Lay low.
Like, what is a boy? What is a boy? But at the same time, it's like I know exactly how it's gonna happen. Like I want to find someone who also knows who they are and who's just as full and who's done the work and who is like, who has something that they want to kind of like work toward also, so that we can kind of collide our paths and kind of, but I feel like at this point it'll just flow easy. Yeah. Because I just feel so full. So I don't know.
Was making that decision to not date for that long, because I think a lot of people, from what I know, people that I know close to me or even just in my vicinity, are like, I want to work on myself, but I want to be with somebody. Like,
I had those thoughts in the beginning, yes, but I wanted more to find who I was. I wanted that so much more. Than I wanted to, because I didn't like the way that I was doing relationships. I was like, this get on like this. Like, what am I doing? And it was like, something has to change. And why would I start with the other person? Let me just, let's start right here. And what happened was, it was hard at first, but I started like doing so well on my own that I fell in love with just the journey I was on. And I just wasn't even thinking about boys. Like, what? Yeah. Because I was so fulfilled building my career, learning how, and you know what building a career really did for me was it helped me be a better communicator. It showed me how to be organized. It showed me how to keep my house in order. How to handle stress and situations and conflict and all of these things that I would likely do in a relationship. Like, so I just made my career like my boyfriend, but it like, I don't like,
I know what you mean.
Because I'm not like,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
But all those invaluable skills that I learned that I feel like I would bring to a relationship now is because it's like, I wouldn't have done that or known how to do it had I not, like, if I was up underneath somebody else. No,
man, it's now you're just adding a person to the love that you already.
Yeah. So the thing about it is you have to want it more. You have to want to meet yourself and fall in love with yourself more than you want to give your love away to somebody else. And that's what I did. It's just that the need and the want for it was just more than, that's all it was.
Do you mind if I meet the Devin 4 or 5, 6 months from now and revisit the 2024, mid 2024 Devin and allow people to hear more about her?
Yeah, that would be so cool.
Because I think now we got the background and now I'm ready to see the connection between the experience to now the light that's about to be shined on you.
That is such a good idea.
Well, I say this, I don't mean to interrupt you, but
no, go. I love that idea. Because you know what? That'll put a fire under my butt.
Oh, for sure. You don't have a choice. And the reason you don't have a choice is not just because I have this, podcast and I want to force you to do it, but also I really hope you know that life is going to force you because you can't escape who you are. And I think even if you ever try to run from it again, it's just in you. Like you literally cannot, these lights could turn off and there would be the same amount of light through your spirit. That sounds so corny, but
that was some good advice.
Yeah, that was some good, pink game, But I want you to know, like, I really, even though we didn't, if I could have 5 hours to sit with you and talk, I would take it because life is going to really show up for you. And through that, I think you're going to give people the love that they're looking for and maybe the love that you found within yourself for them to go find it in themselves. And I'm just really proud, even from meeting you back then to seeing you now. And yeah, you just don't really have an option.